Everybody to Morning Dew with your brother Ezekiel Adebare. You are all welcome in the mighty name of Jesus. This is Morning Dew with your brother Ezekiel Adebare. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Glory, 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 glory. How are you guys doing? How was your day? And how has been your week? You just allow, give room to accommodate other brethren to come in, other friends. How are you guys doing? How is your day? 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 So hope you guys are faring well. You're welcome. 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 This is your brother Ezekiel Adebare. It is a great pleasure coming here again. Wow. Today we are having something very important to discuss and to share with us. It's something very important which I'm very sure is going to bless us. So today we are having, something very important to discuss. It is a burden and a nudge that has been pressed into my spirit. So good morning. If you are here, just type good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. God bless you. Good morning, where you are connecting from. It's very important just to give a shout out that this is where our people are connecting from. God bless you. Good morning. It is Morning Dew with your brother Ezekiel Adebare. So today we want to discuss about addiction. Today we wanted to discuss about addiction. So probably I'll be doing it bit by bit. Today we are discussing about addiction. Addiction. That is our focus today. We'll be discussing about addiction. So if you're new on this platform, let us know where you are connecting from. Tell us your location and please kindly subscribe to this channel so there can be a good visibility about what we are doing. So today we are discussing about addiction. So if you are new on this platform, kindly subscribe to this channel, like, comment where you are connecting from. Please subscribe to give visibility to what we're doing. Before we discuss about addiction, there are 2 points I wanted us to really understand. We're discussing about addiction today, addiction. Before we discuss about addiction, there are 2 important points I want us to really look into. Number 1 point is the access point. The access point. Number 2 point is the landing ground. Now, before we discuss about the access point regarding addiction, we need to bring this focus to us that if you are here, probably you are a believer or you are non-believer. Believer here means that you have given your life to Jesus Christ or not yet given your life to Jesus Christ. I want you to understand when we discuss about addiction, addiction is not just a sin, but it is a bondage. Addiction is not just a sin, it is a bondage. That's the first focus. And number two is that, addictions is a tool used by the enemy to truncate or to destabilize the mind of any individual. Addiction is a tool or an instrument used by the enemy. I'm going to explain the enemy here. Please pay attention. The enemy here can be a system. The system can be a government, like giving some free access rules for people to have access in indulging in some certain substance that is not healthy for their mind. One, the system provide it. Number two is you as the person that is being inflicted by addiction. Number two is that you are seeing addiction or the act of that addiction as a route, as a route of getting some solace, some comfort, which was originally not meant for you. That is, you are trying to get some comfort, getting some pleasure, getting some leverage, some enjoyment, some fun. But this thing you are getting originally is not meant for you. How do I mean it's not meant for you? It's not you. You are not going. It is the way you wanted to derive it is not the way it is originally being planned for you. So remember, I told us we'll be looking at 2 points. Number one is the landing ground and the pathway. So there is one area in your life which is very critical. If you can identify this area in your life and put a well-structured security around it, you are going to have the strength of escaping addiction. Please, if you're new on this platform, you're welcome. I am your brother Ezekiel Adebare. I'm reaching out here to you from Germany. Please kindly subscribe to this channel. Please help us to grow. Help us to grow this channel. Subscribe, like, share it with somebody. Subscribe, like. If you find value in what we're doing, kindly click the subscription button, like and share to somebody. So, number one pathway which everybody really need to understand after being liking this broadcast, after being subscribing, please, number one pathway that you need to build a structure around regarding anything that might wanted to engage you, that might also lead you to addiction. Number one is, the Bible tells us this in the book of Proverbs, chapter number 4, verse 23. Please pay attention to this Bible text. Proverbs, chapter number 4, verse 23. This thing will help you to understand how to deal and overcome addiction. He said, keep your heart with all diligence. Out of your heart is the issues of life. It means that there is a part of us which happen to be our heart. It is required that we keep our heart out of all evil. By doing it, you have to do it with all diligence. Now, why your heart is very crucial in this matter is that there is access point in which you will be attracted or drawn into addiction. There is access point, and each of these access points, they are going to feed you with diverse of things as you commence your day. Number one access point that will feed your being, number one access point that will feed your being, because like I told us, addiction is not just a sin, it is a bondage. Please note that word. Addiction is not just a sin, it is a bondage, and it has a landing place in you. And that landing place, addiction, land in your soul and in your heart. Now, in the place of your heart, you have to guide it, because there is every possibility for you to receive things that is going to draw you into an act that is called addiction. So you are feeding your soul and your heart every day. How do you feed your heart and how do you feed your soul? You feed your heart and your soul based on everything you are seeing. So the first pathway and access point into the beginning or the commencement of addiction is on the dependence on what you are seeing. I said the first pathway into the commencement or beginning of addiction is on the dependence on what you are seeing, because anything you see as a person will always register a picture in your mind. So, in another words, for you not to be a victim of addiction, like you have had, guide your heart with all diligence. Out of it come the issues of life. So you must guide the kind of things you are looking or you are seeing. Please pay attention. I repeat that statement. Everything you are seeing or looking, they are feeding your heart and your soul. For you not to be a victim that will be inflicted by addiction, you must filter anything you are seeing. So invariably, if you are implicated by an act of addiction, it means there is something you are feeding your eyes with. There is something you are feeding your heart with, your eyes with. Anything you feed your eyes with will register what? a picture in your mind. And any pictures registered in your mind, it is going to take a tedious work to get it deleted off your mind. So what you are seeing. Number 2 access point into the beginning or the commencement of addiction is what you are hearing. So it means your hearing is an access point, because anything you hear is going to build an imagination into your heart. And remember, probably you don't know, but you have to know today, the word imagination is an abstract word from the word image. Image. And I'm sure you know, image talks about pictures. So anything you are hearing is going to build an imagination in your mind. Even if you stop hearing it, what that sound have done to you will keep on lingering each time you come into the consciousness. Has anybody remembered or can bear a witness that there are some song, some music that you learn when you are growing up as a child, or as a young guy, as a teenager, or as a toddler, just keep on hearing the song. That most of those songs, you can still remember it today. If I have a witness, please just tell me it is true. If I have a witness about it, just tell me it is true. That most of those songs you learn when you are young or growing up, you can still remember those songs, even if not all. You can still remember it. What that song have done is that, like I told us, anything you hear, it is going to build an imagination around your mind. It will beginning to wake up some consciousness. So when you add or you hear such thing again, it is going to produce a trigger. So the aftermath of that trigger is what usually lure people or lead people into addiction. So I've told us about what we see and what we hear. Invariably, it means that everything you are seeing, everything you are hearing, they are a spiritual silent food that is feeding your soul and feeding your mind, which happens to be your heart. Feeding your soul and feeding your heart. So, how bad will it now be if you are deliberately and intentionally eating something that can kill you? Why I told us that as a person that is suffering from addiction, you must imbibe the act to filter, to guide everything that you are feeding your soul or your heart with. If you don't guide it, if you eat any kind of junk food, you are going to see the result through your health. In other words, if you allow any kind of junk things infiltrating your mind, infiltrating your soul. The aftermath or the result will always become addiction. It will always become addiction. I want to stop here with this statement again. Please remember, I told us that addiction is not just a sin. Addiction is a bondage. If you don't guide the input of those things you are consuming, you can never stop addiction, even if you pray. Believe me, because there is the nature and there is the act. If you pray, prayer will give you grace to have a mind, but the action must be carried out by you by saying, no, I have to guide those things that is assessing my soul and my heart. I'll be stopping here. Tomorrow, I'm going to come back online here. We'll be continuing how to deal with addiction, part 2, tomorrow by God's grace, if God help us. Probably if you're new to this channel, if you find value in this video, I want to beg you, help us to do one thing. Click on the subscription button, subscribe to this channel. It doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe, like, share, so we can have good visibility, so people can be delivered from any kind of crisis or worry, and people can have a better day. Please subscribe. God bless you as you're subscribing. And for all our subscribers, I say I love you guys. May the Lord keep on, strengthening you, to listen and to walk in the light of God. I'm your brother Ezekiel Adebare. Probably you have some way, you are battling with some things that is difficult, and you need a counselor or counseling. You can reach out to us via the message column on our page. Just send in a message on the YouTube here. Send a message. Definitely a team is going to reach out to you, and they will bring your case or your word to my desk. Then I'm going to connect with you and book an appointment with you to discuss or to pray with you. Maybe you need a prayer request. You have something you are bothering. You just feel like talking to a brother. You are free to do what? To reach out to us. Please remember, addiction is more than a sin. It is a bondage. Please put it in your mind. As we continue tomorrow, I want to wish you a blissful day. It is always a great pleasure to be in the morning dew. And I hope you find value in this video. If you find value, subscribe, like, share, comment, and let's hear from you and your feedback. Probably want to share your struggle with us, write us. Then we're going to try to communicate around what you share with us. If you wanted us to share it, publicly. God bless you. I'm wishing you a blissful day, as I'm also heading for work. I wish you everybody a lovely day. Bye for now, and stay blessed and stay safe. God bless you. Bye. Bye.